Opening the Bible is only as good as how open your heart is to receiving the word. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Walking with Christ podcast. I just wanted to take this moment to thank everyone who's decided to subscribe to this channel and just express my appreciation for the fact that you have decided to join along in this journey, join in this community as we walk with Christ together, as we continue to grow in what that means for each and every one of us and be able to support each other as we continue down that journey as well. So for those of you that haven't subscribed, there's always an opportunity to be able to do so. You can do so now, but the most important thing is that you're listening and that you're walking with him, right? And that you're growing in his ways. And we just want to make sure that this community is set up to be able to support you along that journey as well. So again, if you feel like subscribing, feel free to do so. Like, share, and drop comments in there so we can fellowship together, brothers and sisters. So today we're going to hit the last part of the Armor of God series. And this part is going to focus on the truth, the word, and that being the sword, so to speak, right? So when we go back to the word in Ephesians 6:17, it talks about the word in that respect. So, you know, it hits originally on 17, talking about where we left off last time in the helmet of salvation. And then it goes to the sword of the Spirit. Now, when we talk about the sword of the Spirit, again, the sword is a representation of the Bible. And it's so important to really see that as what it is. We're not going to battle with a real sword, so to speak, right? But it is a word that, as we have seen in other scriptures, is a light unto our path. That right there in itself tells you that you need the word to be able to battle against, to stand up against, so to speak, against the things that could come our way, to be able to prepare you and to grow in all his ways, right? For us to be able to navigate that, it's important because there's a lot of darkness surrounding us. There's a lot of things that aren't going in a way that would please God. And if you are walking a path to be Christ-like, don't please you either. We see these things going on today, and it is a representation in so many ways of how you could find yourself easily slipping up, getting confused, getting distracted, getting persuaded, getting manipulated to go down a path that you shouldn't go down. And that's why the word is the light, because it definitely illuminates the path that you should go on, and also gives you the awareness, gives you the truth in a way to where you're able to discern what is the right way and what is the wrong way, where you should go and where you should not go, what you should allow into your heart and mind and what you should not. But if you're allowing the wrong things to feed into you, then how you're able to walk in your journey may not necessarily represent what God has for you in your journey. So we have to make sure that we're tightly connected with that word, that we are in that word, so that as we navigate through this life, you are able to recognize that this is a journey, this is a path that I should take. This is the path that I should stay on and that God has lit up for me to be able to travel down, as opposed to a different path that you're not. And again, the thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is staying in that word so we're able to see what that is and what that isn't. Because there are things that people will tell you about what the word says and what things mean, and that's all well and good. You know, what speaks into somebody's heart may allow them to be able to profess something to you that could be helpful. But if you're not in your word, you're not going to be able to discern whether what they're professing is coming from the word or whether it's coming from something else entirely that could be set in front of you to distract you, to redirect you. And the thing about these redirections, brothers and sisters, is that they'll happen subtly. They'll happen in a way to where you won't notice it until you're too far down the wrong path to be able to see that, man, I've been going the wrong way. And where I'm at now, I need to do a lot of work inside myself to get to the point where God can do work in me. So I started off this when I did the intro talking about how if your heart's not open to the word and so many words, the word's not going to be any good to you. And you have to be open to that, brothers and sisters, because if you're not open to that, how the word is represented in being a sword from the armor of God standpoint, you're going to be functioning with a dull blade or a very brittle sword, so to speak. The word is powerful, while at the same time, if you don't pick it up, open it up, and receive it into your heart, then it don't do you no good. In fact, you might be just operating in your sense, as far as where you're at with your walk, with a wooden sword, so to speak. And while a wooden sword may help you practice, you're not going to go into a situation where you're being attacked as far as what the devil is bringing into your life with a wooden sword. That's not what you're going to do. So again, if your heart is not open to it, the growth and how God is trying to reach into you and what God is trying to guide you to, what the light is put in front of you to help you walk along your path, is not going to get you to where you need to go for what God has meant for you if you're not present in His Word. And that is just so important, brothers and sisters, because when you are really present in that Word, God can do amazing works in you. He can do anything that He needs to within you for you to reach things that you thought were possible, maybe at one point, or even more so, the things that you didn't think were possible. But you got to open that word, brothers and sisters. And it's going to maybe in some ways speak to you in different ways that it does somebody else. But the truth remains the same. And in order for any light to work, you got to turn that thing on. So with the Bible, you have to open it. And you have to navigate through it. So that way, as it operates as a sword for you to be able to face the things that are coming your way and attacking you, hitting you from left and right, the more you know that sword, the more you know that word, the better protection it can be for you. So this also leads me into another thing, brothers and sisters. The one thing that the armor of God encompasses in so many ways is a need for prayer. And brothers and sisters, I just want to share with you that through that walk, through the Word, it is so important that you make sure that prayer is a part of your life. It is your ability, your connection more so, with God, to be able to have a conversation with him that makes it so you are built upon that relationship, that the support that you need of God in any moment is there for you. And it's important for us to remember this, that what support we get from him may be representative of really supporting what need we have, but it may also be supportive of a growth need that we have as well. So while his response may not look the way that you initially thought it should look, this is the other part of being open. You need to be open to whatever it is. If it means that you need growth, then you take that. Because sometimes the urgency that we feel isn't the need that he sees in us. So while we may think, God, help me with this, he may be implementing it in that help in a way where, in order for you to get that, you also need to be prepared in this way for this, and whatever else is going on. But you have to be open to that, because again, your need may not be the need that he sees in you, that he sees that would be most beneficial for you. So sometimes we need to clear up our viewpoint of what that help is going to show up as, so we can receive what God has for us in a way that we can do all things that are possible with him, and making sure that we are walking in a way that is for him. God bless everyone.